game here between... Is it still showing as Hokuri up there?
It's again showing as Hokuri. It wasn't when we were starting the game.
It's AcatSuki versus Infinity, guys, so...
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But again, they do have some really good potential in being able to respond to these ganks and these moves because they've got that Underlord. They've got very strong supports themselves. So we'll have to see. I do think Lumiere is a very aggressive player, though. He's not the type who likes to sit back for too long and farm. So I think that'll also work out in their favor.
It's super funny that it says Infinity now for AcatSuki and Hokuri for Infinity. This is not going to be confusing at all. So Infinity is on the left side, guys. At least their banners are right in the game. It's strange because they have the AcatSuki logos on the ground and banners.
This ticket is so messed up.
I think even Dota is confused at this point.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, they could have potentially made some moves on Lumiere, but the fog just not going to lend itself to their advantage.
Yeah, nice positioning there, playing safe, not going to get too close on Lumiere. They do go behind and drop this ward, which is quite common when you're dire and make this evasion move. So we'll see if Infinity realize this and go for the D ward. They're pinging some.
Oh yeah, they're pinging it out. They're like, there's something over here, guys. Please de-ward this.
Yeah. Faker just standing around. He knows he's under vision, but he also feels pretty safe this close to a tower.
Looks like they are going to try to challenge for the rune over... No, maybe not. See, Gardic and Lumiere are just backing off, so should be a pretty even split.
Yeah, take it 2-for-2 trade, and they head on to their lanes. Doesn't look like we're going to see any form of trap. Sometimes we see teams stick around for a first blood attempt, but it's going to be straight to your lanes as well. No starting tri-lane shenanigans here.
And it wouldn't be the SA qualifiers if we didn't have some pauses. I think I had 1 year when I was doing the South American qualifiers for TI. I can't remember which year it was, but Thunder Awaken was basically getting DDoSed.
Oh, yeah.
That iteration?
That is the classic, yeah.
And they literally had to leave their internet cafe and go to another internet cafe.
I have a lot of experience playing even in teams where DDoS was a current thing, you know. It was I was playing with Weeha and he kept getting DDoSed and he would have to switch to his phone internet instead, so playing on his mobile phone. And yeah, it was tough times.
I will say that people were very good about, there were a couple times, quite a few times actually. Usually people were pretty good though, because it's understood, like South America at the time too, for Dota 2, didn't have great infrastructure for a lot of these guys. They didn't have the boot camps, they didn't have the secure lines, and so they were used to, having to reconnect if there was a really terrible, rainstorm or whatnot. It's pretty interesting. There it is, though. There's our first blood. It's a good start here for Kotaro on the top lane, and not so great here for Vitaly.
Yeah, they just constantly harassed him a lot there, and the Spirit Breaker didn't really see a way to help the lane, so he's going for shenanigans here, pulling the creep wave, gonna pull it behind the tier 1, tier 2 tower, in between there. So at least he gets something done, but that kill on Brewmaster really sets back the lane.
I mean, I don't know what a Spirit Breaker can really do there if the brew is just a little bit too far up, because it's a very aggressive lane, right?
It's the downside. This is exactly what I was talking about during the draft. Picking these double melee lanes, they can be abused very easily. You go up against the Sky CK, you just get clapped. Like they will just right-click you and cast spells on you if you get too close. The Spirit Breaker tried for a little bit to trade hits, but you don't really harass that well as a Spirit Breaker in lane.
So like you said, we've got those little bit of lane shenanigans, but it really is working out for them because, if they're split up, they're not nearly as powerful on the side of AcatSuki. It's only when the Skywrath and the CK come together that you might be in for some trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So trying to get the most they can by doing that low pull is going to help them a bit. But now they're back to laning, though, and Sky CK going to fight up against them again.
We're seeing that harass again, just being dished out by Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, he just gets to constantly auto-attack here, and it's tough. You can't really do too much about it, Spirit Breaker. Wants to try and go for a pull here. Gonna get denied.
It's just not really possible to be too... That might come back to kick him in the butt, though. Like, you have that charge, right? But now that you've got the charge, you've lost all of your escape routes.
Yeah, it's Well, he
little
just tries
risky.
to do what damage he can, but they're running dangerously low on regen here. They have no more HP regen on Spearbreaker or Brewmaster on this lane. So all this harassment, it's starting to add up, and there's still plenty of mana on the Skywrath and CK.
I mean, there it is Reality Rift. Casbolny tries to just get a little space, but nope, he is just tribute to this lane again. Now Qhali not looking too great, because again, you just keep spamming out these spells. Another click, and that's a double kill for Prada. So that's 3 kills in one lane so far. That feels awful if you're Infinity.
Oh, we saw a roll attempt bottom there by Kier, but gets glimpse cancelled before the roll connects. Not going to be able to go over on the Disruptor. But yeah, this top lane is massively winning right now for Prada and Kotaro.
So what's the play here? Because you've got 3 deaths in one lane. Like, that's... Gardic just finishing off Curious. He's going to be able to get a kill now, rolls on out. What do you do now? Do you continue trying to do these lane shenanigans? Like,
I think you do exactly what he's doing now in Spearbreaker. Just look towards mid. Like I said, this is a matchup where you might see some focus towards the mid. So he's going to help control the water runes. He's going to charge in and harass Leo style a bit, and just leave the Brewmaster. You know, go back some 7 years, back to the old suicide offlaners. You know, who barely get a scrap on the lane.
Looks like a split on the water runes. They're trying to put some more pressure over onto Prada. He is low on mana, does have himself that one little Lotus left. It's Kotaro's trying to get out some more damage over onto Qhali. Probably doesn't want to go. Oh, yeah. He's going to go follow up another click or 2. Should be able to do it thanks to a rotation from Kiri.
Oh, that's a painful death. He will have his TP back, just barely. He's timing his death to his TP cooldown, so if that's the timing, then he's gonna die every 80 seconds. That's not great. But yeah, this top lane is disastrous right now, and the CK already having power treads completed. I don't know how much you can focus on this lane anymore. They keep running here and trying to play for it, but you gotta try and win mid and bottom, I think, at this point.
I mean, Lumiere's doing pretty well in terms of CS. His top pick currently 29-4. But I feel like, ooh, okay, there was a Prada there. Just a constant murder spree. Murder circus, I guess, with that music up here.
I mean, there's still the Earth Spirit. He's coming in. This Brewmaster's in trouble already.
Yeah, they're trying to slow down. They've got the roll forward. It connects. Another hit or so should be able to do it. And yeah, it's just another dead Qhali. Michael has to hightail it out.
Okay, I said dying
He's
every 80 seconds is not a good thing. He died within 50 seconds this time, so that was faster. So he's going to have TP cooldown. That's going to be Walk of Shame. No boots on him still. This top lane, I don't even want to look at it anymore. It's so sad. He's 4 deaths in 5 minutes on the offlaner.
I mean, the Spearbreaker is out of regen, too. Like, he does have the one mango. He does have a stick. So he's getting a little bit of that health regeneration, but he's got to be very careful.
There's so much pressure now on Faker, as well as Lumiere, you could say. But mainly Faker has to be having some extremely good game here to carry what's happening.
Shield rune. All right, gets grabbed by Leo style. Start pulsing over. They do manage to get the glimpse back, so
yeah,
be able to protect Faker a little bit longer. But yeah, like you said, a lot of pressure. Do you have level 6 on Queen of Pain and the level 6 on Leshrac? They're fairly even, all things considered, in terms of levels, but
it was a very important glimpse there because he committed his blink, so he was in danger of getting just run down by the Leshrac. Good thing that Disruptor was nearby. But yeah, we can see the focus now towards the mid lane starting to increase as Kotaro is going to lane 1v2 up top, and he's going to be completely fine on CK. He's got, you know, half of the components for his armlet already.
Faker taking a lot of damage, plus the silence. Yep.
Just in time there by Skywrath. Right place, right time. Stops him there. He tried to blink out, but nah.
Oh. A little bit of silver lining is that Gardic will be able to soak some late levels right in this mid lane for a little bit. But top lane, Qhali, this is going to be death number how many now?
We're up to 5.
Ouch.
We are up to 5 in 7 minutes. He's going for a record here. It's not a good record for him, but level 4 just barely against a level 6 and then some on the CK now, who is just about to finish 100 gold on armlet and power treads at 7 minutes. That is absurdly early.
So my question is, what should they have laned with the Brewmaster instead of the Spearbreaker? Do you think that would have given them a fighting chance? Something with a save, a heal? This is going to be a dead Lumiere. He's not careful. Look at this. Yeah, he backs off.
I think just any former ranged hero. I don't think Spirit Breaker Brewmaster is a very threatening lane. I don't think it does anything, to be honest. Brewmaster is a good hero, and Spirit Breaker can be good, but I don't think the pairing is nice at all.
See how Lumiere's got that sixth sense. His team's like, yeah, that Skywrath not showing up. You probably don't want to be there. So Style shows up. It's a regen rune. It's going to get snapped up by Michael. And it's going to get just handled over here as Leo Style and Prada chase after. Now Faker is silenced. This could be potentially very, very dangerous. Goes for the Sonic Wave. And Ghost managed to finish off Leo Style.
Gets a bonus kill as well. Gets the courier.
Yeah. But he's kind of in no man's like, oh, can you get another courier now? Faker's like, yeah, no, we're not pushing our luck here. You can see Gardeck, the slow, the silence, the arcane seal, the kickback. They're like, all right, well, we might not be able to get who we want, but maybe we can get ourselves a support kill as just a little consolation prize. In fact, that's looking like to be the case.
That was very nice for Queen, though, getting that big kill on the Leshrac and getting his courier as well with the same ulti, getting tons of gold and gonna build him a little bit towards that Kaya, because, like I said, this Queen has to have a big impactful game, so any kill he can get over on the Lesh is ever so important.
TA is getting closer to this Deso down here. So like I said, Lumiere tends to play pretty aggressive, but he has had the chance to just get what he needs. It's just been the 1v1 against Devil for the most part. Although top lane, oh, Vitaly, this poor man is still not level 6.
Yeah, they even brought the Underlord possibly there. They had the ulti ready. He tried to go in, but he realized, wait, you guys don't even need me. That Brewmaster is just dying. And 6 deaths before hitting level 6. This is devastating. This is absolutely crushing. He's, how many CS is he up to now on Brew? 23, so... Ooh, that is rough, man. Not even getting a full creep wave farm per death.
Compared to the 57 and 8 over on the Underlord, who is getting ganked though now, so that'll help a little bit. We'll slow him down just a bit. Lumiere, get himself a kill, propelling him closer and closer to the Deso, but they're amassing over in this mid lane. They want this tower.
Yeah, it's good
waiting
grouping.
Around the rune spot. They're going to try to put a little pressure over onto Faker. It's a haste rune. And Gardeck, he's trying to snap it up, but Prada will not let him. So they'll get themselves not only the rune, but 2 kills. And now their attention can move over to the mid tower.
This is so good by Kotaro as well. Early activation here. Don't just sit top and forever enjoy that you're winning against Brewmaster, because at some point that's not going to be impactful anymore. You need to start utilizing the fact that you're strong, goes mid with the catapult wave, throws a little gank here, and now pushes tower. This is a very good move.
Do have the level 6 on Vitaly now, so he is making his way towards the mid lane. I'm just concerned that the enemy team feels like it's a little bit farther along, so it's not really going to matter so much. Although Frank, again, down at the bottom lane, is getting clipped. Look at these Power Ranger TPs coming out, though. They're immediately going to respond, land the stun over onto Lumiere, plus the roll. Big Sonic Wave coming into effect. It might be losing Leo Style, but they've already lost Lumiere. They're going to lose Faker, too, perhaps? No, he's still alive. Just barely. They can see him. They have the Vision Curie rolling. Nice play here by Gardeck trying to block him, but they have the Urn Charge, and they get the kill. Do they die for Gardeck, though, is the question. They're thinking about it. They've got the creeps here, but they should be very happy to turn around that gank.
What a fantastic play there overall. And the only hero they lost, the Leshrac, was denied as well by Frank. With that big auto attack from Underlord, gets to deny before he dies to the Queen of Pain. Fantastic targeting as well. They just went straight for the TA, made sure that they get the high priority kill. We can see a replay here of what happened. They committed pretty hard for the Underlord. It would have been a big kill because he had TP cooldown, but they immediately get punished for this. Too close to tower.
Man, what a big whack from Frank there.
Underlord, when people start dying near him, he gets a lot of damage with those auto attacks.
Yeah.
And we see Kotaro as well with his big damage, getting a kill on Gardeck here as he comes through the portal to push bottom tower.
And again, we like this.
Portal mid.
They're already getting dragged over towards this mid lane because they have Vitaly and they have Faker. Looks like Vitaly, this poor Brewmaster, just can't do a thing this game. So they take the tower. He still even hasn't been able to use Split yet.
It makes sense to me to see a CK teleport all around in portals and stuff. He does have the reality rift after all. This is very much thematic for him.
Oh, it's lore friendly.
Yes, it's lore friendly. I mean, he TP'd from top to bottom, from bottom to mid, and then back to bottom again. This guy is all over the place.
I love it. I mean, I love just seeing, because if you've watched it, so Minos has been around in the South American scene like forever. He's had several names. Kotaro Hayama, he was Minos, he was MNZ. Like, he had a ton of names, and he's just a veteran of the scene. So it's been interesting to watch his evolution. For the longest time, he was literally like on these teams that were for support one completely.
Right.
Where, he just farmed, never really showed up. So it's so refreshing when you can see one of these players like realize, okay, I can't play Dota like I did 4 years ago. I have to start being more aggressive. I have to start, making these moves. And he's definitely proving.
Yeah, I mean,
that he's a force to be reckoned with.
It is easier to do when your lane is that hard. Top lane Michael has to be careful. Chased by this guy, he's gonna be fine though. It's easier to do in a game where you are dominating this hard, but you could also easily fall into a trap of, oh, I'm having such a good time up here. Let's just stay here and keep having this good time of just farming and killing this poor brewmaster over and over. But nah, he really recognized that he could have impact, and as a result, bottom tower is gone, mid tower is gone, and his team is getting more control in the map.
But while this is all going on, Lumiere has had a lot of space to breathe. He's just completed up that Desolator. So that's like step one of the let's win this game plan from the side of Infinity. Smoke on smoke action. They want to use this Desolator. They want to make something happen. Qatar's just running at them. They're rolling forward, trying to see if they can get any information. But of course, they are smoked on the enemy team.
Yeah, they're just making sure they get their own wisdom rune, don't want to get that robbed, so they secure that first, but then with this smoke, moving up the TA a bit, maybe they look to catch something. Just gonna find the illusion though. They charge over, but that's not real.
All right, Echo Saber complete now for Chaos Knight. This man's farm is exploding.
Yeah.
Considering that, TA has the side blades. He's about 1,000 gold up on her.
The fact that he's going for the Manta style next as well, very good choice. Extra illusions, always nice against this team.
Ooh, they see Qhali, but they are making this rotation over just in case. They'll get the Clips play off. Do they still try to go for this? Vitali needs to be careful. They have a Yules, my friend. They're going to roll right on, and you're not going to get to split, especially when they just burst you down. They'll end up getting the kill on Qhali. Michael nearby. He's putting some more damage over onto that Underlord, but the chase is on. Do they continue? It's not looking like they will.
They try to, but the CK got slowed by a TA trap. Good awareness there, having traps behind by Lumiere, making sure they don't get wrapped around on. But they're still gonna have to concede the area and give up this tower.
I feel like we've seen some really nice sonic waves coming out from Faker, but they're just not doing enough unless they have a full combo here. And again, they can see themselves a couple of these heroes. Michael looks like he's going to be the next one to die. Better him than Lumiere, though, who's sitting and look at these traps that he's placed up. He's like, I need to protect this area. I need to have someplace safe.
Yeah, you want to try and hold control over your own triangle, but right now they are losing their own triangle. They can't invade the enemy, and they're not really getting any moves made. He's queuing up the Blink Dagger, which I think it's probably wise to get the Blink Dagger here so he can pick apart the Skywrath really easily. I would like to see the Shard as well, but Blink first. With the way the game has evolved and with how desperate the game is looking, I think you just go straight Blink instead.
It's also rough. There's not a lot of vision up for the side of Infinity here.
Yeah, some good D wards came down. They had some wards to try and protect their own triangle, but they got removed. AcatSuki squad are on top of their game.
Feels like they're setting up a trap here in this top area. But again, whenever you have the Underlord, you have that Fiend's Gate, which will allow you to immediately respond. If you need to just push out another wave, if you see a dive, roll forward here from Qhali. He's licking. He's got himself that double damage. He's feeling real strong.
He has a lot of damage with auto attacks. Bottom lane, though, they're split pushing because they realize there's a lot of heroes around top. So let's try and split them up. Queen doing the right thing. Has to be careful not to get caught, though. Pretty deep.
Yasha, they're going down. They've chased them. Oh, the stun. That's a very dead Queen of Pain. Another fight. Looks like it's about to break as they have themselves Lumiere. There's going to be a charge forward from Michael, but a nice pit of malice holding everyone in place. Followed up. They should be able to kill Lumiere. They're going to be able to grab Michael, too. And Vitali, he just hightails it out. He says, I cannot be here. I cannot add another death onto my score.
They're attempting to split up the map a bit because they know they're too weak to take the team fight, but Queen going so deep under tower bottom made it easy for Sky to actually reach with that silence there. And at the same time, the TA is like, oh great, they're coming back to punish you guys. Okay, I can farm the Ancients, and nope, that area isn't safe either. Everything is falling apart right now. Would like to see them just start using the bottom part of the map, use the jungle camps that are available down in the well, right? Yeah, the well wishes. I like the Mighty Mines more than the well wishes. Well wishes doesn't sound like an area.
I just call it the hot tub area. It's got that little pool, you know?
Yes.
Little time for R&R. Just go take a dip in the hot tub, kill yourself some creeps. It's a good time.
It's a good time. Mana region is one of my favorite stats too, so it's a good place to be.
Looks like they're going to back off for the time being, though, over on AcatSuki. They've got some really good vision up, though. They've got...
Yeah, they have crazy wards. Right now, they're going to get dewarded here if we see Infinity actually push out far enough. Yeah, Spirit Breaker, going to go for it. Get some of
it. Almost feels like a little bit of a trap, right? Like, I feel like sometimes when you're going for that... And maybe this is just my support, like, talking.
Going for a D ward.
But, you know, you're like, oh, this is an easy D ward. But then you're like, no one's on the map. Am I about to get murdered while I'm over here?
Yeah, that may be the case, but that ward may be more important than your support life as well. So sometimes you just gotta go for it. You gotta get yourself in there.
Fair.
And at least secure that their own jungle has no wards in it right now, but they are gonna lose this tier 2 top tower. I don't see any way they can mount a defense here, as AcatSuki are swarming it. And 19 minutes, only 2 minutes until the next Wisdom Rune, 1 minute to the next to Tormentor spawns as well.
I mean, you just looking... gonna see the teleport down to the bottom lane, right next to Michael.
Guess
That'll be the glimpse play, which is always a fun thing if you're a disruptor player. You always feel real bad about it, though, if you're the one being glimpsed back.
Unlord could just ulti back in again, you know, just use teleport number 2. It's fine. But they're gonna let go of the bottom tier 1. So first structure down for Infinity here. The squad managed to take 1 tower out, and that gives them a little bit of access here to some enemy Ancients.
Oh, that's a dead Vitaly again.
0, 9, and 1. This poor guy, he can't catch a break.
Yeah, he's gonna probably be a little tilted after all this. Katara finding himself guarded, but immediately... Never mind.
Dodges the glimpse.
Really nicely done from Kotaro.
Yeah, the Phantasm. And meanwhile, Faker gets caught as well.
Oh, Faker!
No, not in time. He could almost have protected
I don't know.
him.
Oh, there's... Did they see Michael? I was thinking that they were going to keep rolling for that, but has to be careful. There is Qhali just rolling on through.
Yeah, they haven't seen him, I think. They're just invading. They're looking for where TA is farming. She's farming top, though, and she's going to set up now to take the Tormentor. So, just chill, go invis here, and easy Tormentor. Meanwhile, though, Roche is on the menu for the AcatSuki squad, going straight towards it, wasting no time.
Well, it's going to be Michael who gets himself the shard, gets that planar pocket.
Planar pocket is
like...
an interesting ability. In this game, I guess you could steal the CK stun, you know, pull that over. Magic Resist can also be amazing against Skywrath, actually.
Oh yeah, this Roche going down super, super fast here. I feel like it's always feel really bad when you see like a TA and like wants to fight, wants to, you know, get active, but isn't able to quite do so. And that's what I'm worried about, right? Is that's what you said during the draft, is that this TA was gonna need to get these items, can't afford to like lean back or anything, has to be active at the same time, and it just feels like she can't.
Yeah, it didn't look like a fantastic TA game, and then you add in the fact that his queen is currently 1, 5, and 0, so having an awful game, and the Brewmaster doesn't have a game at all. He's non-existent. He just finished a 21-minute Desperation Midas. I mean, this guy's just out of the game. At least Brewmaster doesn't need many items to be useful in teamfights. The ulti is very, very strong on its own.
But he's never able to ulti Waka.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Well,
if he was able to ulti. Nice little glimpse play here, but not gonna matter. We'll just teleport away, and Lumiere is just gonna hug the back lines.
Yeah, this is good. This is good by Lumiere. Good understanding that he can maybe farm the safest by going close to the enemy base. Farming the enemy area is usually safer than your own area when you're this far behind. So he's role-playing PA a bit, you know, just hiding on the map.
Oh boy, this is some spooky stuff right now. Although it looks like might be able to keep Faker alive. Might be able to. Yeah.
Good
Roll
save.
forward though.
Good save
That
with
was the
the
static storm
disruptor.
that got used though.
Yeah, the static storm plus the force staff was definitely worth it there. You keep your queen alive, but like you said, that's cooldown on the ulti. They weren't gonna fight for mid tier 2 tower at least though. We'll see if they decide to push high ground. I think they're just gonna farm on AcatSuki. It's gonna be a second Aegis will be the timing to really crack high ground.
Radiant are scanning.
This poor brewmaster, currently 8K net worth.
Yeah, I mean, Queen is pretty close as well. We talk a lot about how bad of a game he's having, but he's actually within 1,000 gold of the Queen. So I said Queen needs to have a super good game to make up for Brewmaster's low impact here, but that's just not the case. She has struggled to deal with the Skyrath silences, and he still doesn't have a tool to remove that. He has the Kaya Sanj for a bit of status resistance, but if you get silenced, you're probably still dead. There's both the silence from Earth Spirit and the Sky as well.
Kotara's like, I wonder if a disruptor is still here. Since he's being cheeky and glimpsing.
Yeah, he gets caught, and
And then he's just gonna walk into the base and hit towers. All right, cool.
he may as well.
What is this game?
May as well. Completely safe area after all. Just stand here. He has the Aegis, got the Manta Style for some extra illusions.
And they're just not responding. I guess they can't really do a whole heck of a lot, but they need to stop, like,
Nobody
they need
else.
to at least try, right?
That's what you think, but TA can't actually step close enough. She just gets reality rifted here, so they need everyone. They're waiting for Disruptor. They have to fight for the racks. The courier
just
is
give
the
them a
bravest.
courier?
Okay.
Okay.
A gift.
I feel like that's one of those, like, wait, pause the game. What if we give you this courier instead?
Trade offer. You get courier, I get to keep
I
my
offer
racks.
you this. Oh boy, look at Qatar. He just, nothing phasing him right now. He's got an Aegis. He's so incredibly strong. He's got the Phantasm up again.
That was the planar pocket, by the way,
Just
helping
free.
the TA. He pulled the
Baker
stun on Spear Pig.
Sitting very low right now. He's got to be careful. Even having to use that Sonic Wave to get away, but the roll forward again. He's still looking. He needs maybe one more hit. He drops the ward, hoping that he can get the vision, but it's just not there.
If he knew where he was, he could probably have connected the roll in time there. Almost gets a solo kill.
Uh-oh. Thought for half a second Katara was just gonna smack around Vitali.
Fortunately, Vitaly fast enough with the Drunken Brawler, Storm Brawler stands there, running away.
We have a Silver Edge completed now for the CK.
Yeah, he's just getting bigger and bigger. He's queuing up the shard again. He had it queued up a few times so far. Tried to buy it earlier, but realized that, I want more items. And once he gets that, it's going to be even more damage if you take the Chaos Bolt, an extra illusion popping up. Pretty dangerous stuff. And we'll see here if it's going to be any form of high ground attempt by AcatSuki. I don't think that we should see that, as Aegis is timing out in 10 seconds. This is mostly likely just going to be a case of choking out the enemy on the map. So the ball is really in the corner of infinity right now. How are you going to respond to this situation? You're super far behind. They're smoking out their TA, trying to go, I guess maybe get some traps on Roche, get some chance to perhaps steal the next Aegis. Because once the next Aegis goes in hand of the CK, I think you're in trouble.
I like this though. They know that the Aegis has, I'm assuming they know that the Aegis has been reclaimed at this point, so they're realizing, okay, let's try to take some steps out. Let's see what we can find, but...
This is a Tormentor smoke is what they're going for. And there's actually a Wisdom Rune there, which is about to ferment in 1 minute and 10 seconds. I don't think he's gonna wait for it though. Gets a little Wisdom.
No!
Well, he's not sticking around for that long. He's just here to steal Tormentor quickly and then get out.
All right, well, that's going to be a little bit more net worth going over to the Queen of Pain. She has the upgraded blink.
That's
This will be helpful, but she's still very fragile.
Oh, look at Kiri. Curious, a little ward mission here. He's going in, killing some trees, and he's gonna plant a ward behind. And Gardic has no idea what's going on right now. He might get kicked forward if they do decide to go high ground.
Maybe they go after Qhali again, who knows?
This is such a sneaky mission by Qhali. The value of having a deep ward like this that the opponent don't know about is insane as well. This is good prep work for the upcoming high ground push.
Kotaro's like, wait a minute, who stole my things? Where's my tormentor? I mean, he knows his tormentor's gone to the wisdom room, but just like wandering over there like,
Yeah, he's checking because wisdom room might be there, but yeah, no, they didn't leave that for you.
Although, Lumiere's coming back over to this area.
Uh-oh, Lumiere.
Kotaro. It's like, oh, what do we have here?
He's fine.
Spidey sense was tingling. Cancels out. No, not going to be able to do it. It's like Gardic getting poked out a little bit over by the tormentor.
Does force the TA away though. She had to TP all the way to Fountain, so she's back in her base. And this is basically what they're doing right now. AcatSuki are herding Infinity back into their base. Like, stop farming, get out of the map. You don't belong. And I don't know, Infinity, they go for a smoke again, but I don't really see what the smoke is gonna attempt to achieve here. It's kind of tough. And again, this deep ward is revealing that there's nobody in the base right there, so it's giving good info for AcatSuki.
Do you have the BKB, though, available over on Lumiere now? So should give a little bit more survivability, which would be nice. And plus they have the Ags and the Shard on Faker, which will allow them to kite perhaps a bit better as well. But
yeah,
this definitely feels like an uphill climb for the side of Infinity.
Yeah, definitely. It's a little bit of a ships in the dark moment right now. So we see the counter smoke here by AcatSuki. They're going to push mid with the Underlord as well, some nukes. But I think Infinity, you're in danger. The wraparound is coming.
Got about half duration on the smoke left, and they have to realize that something is up, right?
Oh yeah, they know about it. They're
especially when they click the courier like that. Ooh, did it deliver in time?
He got it.
All right, there it is.
Just barely got the Daedalus recipe.
They're making their way over. They're dropping the gate. Devil finding himself. Gardic is immediately going to get sent back. Kotaro, though, gets knocked out over here onto the side. The silence coming into play, though, with the Sonic. There it is. There's finally a dead Kotaro as Kiri's trying to roll away. That glimpse coming in handy as Leo style. Now he's left to force and fight with all of these heroes. He's going to go use some Yules, try to get some more damage over onto Michael. Maybe Lumiere trying to do whatever he can, but he's left all alone. There's too much damage, and they'll get the kill on the Leo style.
I'm honestly amazed that they make the call to just get out there. I mean, yeah, you lost your CK, who is a lot of your damage, but so many spells were used to bring him down as well. Look at that Leshrac just living for a long time at the end. If he had his Underlord there, if he had his Earth Spirit and the Skywrath, if everybody just stayed, I think they could actually still fight that.
Michael just telling Qhali, get out of my hot tub. You're not welcome here, sir. And with 3 heroes here, it's going to make it very difficult for him to survive. 4 even, so down he goes.
Well, that's a big upset here, but it does help Infinity get back into the game a little bit. And with Roshan spawning in 30 seconds, maybe they can get themselves in a good position to contest it. They do have good damage to take, Roche. It's just a matter of pushing out the lanes and getting enough heroes nearby.
Working on a heart for the Chaos Knight.
Yeah.
As we go forward, but
Definitely could use either a heart or a BKB there in the last fight. As we saw, he could definitely still get bursted.
It was funny because he was just getting like popped back and forth within the static storm, so he wasn't able to do much of anything. A little glimpse back on his illusion.
Yeah.
Making his way forward though. They realized that
Both teams
it's
know
about
Roche
that
is up.
time.
Yeah, both teams have
Roche is
scouted
home.
it, the illusion and the traps. And look at this deep ward, it revealed the smoke. They saw the smoke come out right now.
Radiant
You can see Frank getting into position, throwing his big chonky body around.
is under attack.
Using the gem
They
to
don't
remove
have-
traps.
They don't have Faker just yet. Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to pick up a gem because I felt like against a TA especially, it's so good. It's a little high risk, high reward, right? Because you don't want to mess it up for Kotaro, who's got the silver edge, but
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, it's very good to have a gem at this stage of the game. Positioning is pretty clean here for AcatSuki, but it's greedy to start the Roche without a fight.
they're positioned all around. We'll slow down. Lumiere first. Got that Heaven's Halberd. There it is. There's the split for Qhali this time around. There's going to be the Phantasm charging right through over onto Kotaro as they glimpse back over onto Frank. Faker, though, just gets immediately obliterated. Frank sitting very, very low. Looks like he might be able to survive with that Glimmer Cape as they take down Qhali. The chase is on. Kiri's got his eyes on Gardic over on the side. And just move him around a little bit and finish him off as now Michael... They throw down the gate, they interrupt it with the Yules, waiting patiently, and the only one who's alive at the end of the day is Lumiere for the side of Infinity.
They just don't have a clean target they can go on and burst easily. It looks like the fight might start out in a good way there. The Brewmaster getting off his ulti and then using his Dispel to try and kill the CK illusions, which, by the way, lose 3,000 HP to a simple Dispel. So they only have 3.4k HP there. They almost get one shot by Dispel. But still, they didn't have anyone that they could just lock down and kill. So they kind of just get overrun at the end of the day. See a replay here of how it went down. Like, look at that Dispel on the Phantasm, along with the charge through. All the illusions are basically dead immediately.
I thought for sure that Frank was going to die there, but that Glimmer Cape coming in at the last second.
They're wasting no time. They're rushing up high ground here. Back in the game, the CK is just charging in.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He has no worries about this.
Manta dodges the glimpse. Kotaro has Manta dodged the glimpse or ulti dodged the glimpse like 5 times this game.
And they say that old gamers have no reflexes.
Yeah.
This guy's like one of the grandpas of SA Dota at this point. They'll just turn their attention right to the top.
Yeah, racks are falling. Smoke coming out here. Desperation smoke. They don't have Aghanims on the Disruptor. He wants one, but far away from it.
I just feel like they have too much of like a glass cannon with Lumiere with everything that he's up to. Like, he does lots of damage, but he just gets immediate. All right, the jump forward again, trying to take down Kotaro, but he's the one with the Aegis. He doesn't really care. It's now Frank. He's very far forward. He's already popped the pipe and the Crimson. It's going to be the split. Faker going too far forward, though. He's going to be the first one to fall. As now Frank getting continuously hit by Qhali, but just not enough to finish him off. As now Lumiere gets caught. He'll be the next to die. And the roll over onto Qhali, plus that Ancient Skill to kick back. But they have to be careful because Kiri gets in there. Oh no, he manages to stay alive thanks to that Ghost Scepter, but he's going to get dragged right back again. So he may be the only one who falls right now as they get themselves mega creeps on the side of AcatSuki.
It's just rolling in place over and over, but not getting anywhere. It's like a bad dream for the Earth Spirit, but sadly...
I know, his team's still really winning pretty hard. I don't think it's that bad of a dream.
Oh, his team is doing great.
They just call GG.
Yeah, GG.
They realize they can't do anything at this point.
Yeah, and Prada gonna give away a little kill on himself there as the game is over anyway. Just down fixing his KDA, I guess, to 7-2 and 17 instead of 7-1 and 17. But what a